home. To think he built all this. Alone. So many memories. Not home anymore. No, without God. There's nothing for me here anymore. That's got their attention. Snow is subsiding. Good.
I always bring up the rear in a hunting party. I like to make sure no scrapper is sneaking up on us.
Mother's heart.
I hope the matriarchs approve.
Seems so empty now. Everyone who can has gone to the mountain.
All-Mother, bless this day and guide me that I may live on in your memory. thank All Mother for bringing her to us.
But they wouldn't leave us be. We made sure none of them went to waste.
I don't know what to say. You're... Take...
Aloy. I always bring
Here
up
you
the
are
rear at a
again.
hunting party.
Still in one piece.
I went inside a cauldron.
Did you? I can't deny part of me would like to hear more. But I won't listen. I've got a wound to remind me why. Best leave me alone. I wasn't meant to know about that cauldron.
I'm honored to meet you.
Thanks again. And believe me, we won't be going into the ruins again.
All these taboos will fall away in time. Just take care of yourself.
I will. I promise. Thanks again.
All these
I will.
Came up on a whole herd of striders. Took them down with fire arrows.
My own damn fault. Should have got out of there quick. Some things are beyond our ken.
Aloy, I got a message from Nakoa, which I sent on to Jan. That animal's death is a monument to justice. Thank you. And may All-Mother keep you safe. Aloy, that
All-Mother, protect her.
Did I have to?
She will lead us on All-Mother's path. We were on our way back from hunting scrappers when a pack of Watchers attacked. They're getting aggressive.
Curiosities for dreamers. Not for brains.
She walks among us. Anointed by All-Mother
No more
herself.
words about that cauldron. Please.
All-Mother we pray. Here it comes.
Snow chill itches. would be annoying to lose.
That was the night we were wed.
I knew they'd catch Dervahl eventually. Let's see him tinker his way out of this.
How's that wrestling arm of yours?
All right. This time, best of 5.
What I like about you is that you don't give up.
You might have arms like left.
might regret this.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your task.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future, or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy. One's a new predator. I can see the heat coming off it. Let's get this over with. Can't feel much of anything in this. Good. I can use this. Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
This is Song's Edge, biggest settlement in the cut.
These are dangerous lands, Outlander. Deadly, even.
This isn't Ban-Ur, not quite.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for? The scrapes.
The young hunters have learned a lesson from Thunderstrom. Sometimes, loss is the price of survival. Ray's been gone a long time, but she will return. You must believe she will return. You died on Thunderstrom. Your songs will not be forgotten.
To know that death may rise up to meet you at any moment. Trust that our hunters knew this.
Must be something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
How long will Araya's band retreat out in the wilds?
A quick way down.
Rhea's been gone a long time, but she will return. You must believe she will return.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrand, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear! Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice. For free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Ourea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Werik up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Ourea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her. But no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You'd think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You'd think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Ourea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
And Ourea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed her.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Ourea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Ourea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Werik chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Ourea came to town with their Werik, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
What are these Weriks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Weriks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Weriks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Werik has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Ourea. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
We?
Me and my daughter. Her mother wanted me to say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk.
I want to know more about this Damon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Ourea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rasps. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak can tell me more about Ourea or Thunderstruck.
And why?
Maybe worth a shot.
So she could cover it and paint again?
Hard to believe bandits could find a foothold in the cut. I heard an Oseram helped them.
About that free advice, Bergrand.
For you, I'll give it twice. But next time, I'll start charging.
See you around, Bergrand.
Hope so. I like return customers.
Trust in the blue light. All will be well. A hard truth best learned by the songs of the least distinct.
Makes for a nice story.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, until the Karja seek war again.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Ourea knows about this Damon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
This Damon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines,
Made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Did your Warwick come from this place?
No, he rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the demon. But I was born here, and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes, the village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, until the Karja seek war again.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Isn't it just old machines that have fallen under the daemon's sway? The cold bonds out new horror. As well.
To paint your face with the colors of your Wirrak. There's no greater honor.
When the blue light guides, only a fool chooses a different path. The call that the blue light glows behind everything. It guides us through the thickest darkness.
Every day you end reading is a day over which you claim victory.
These lands are harsh. Some days it seems like the blue light has no hold on me.
These bandits think we'll kneel before their blades. Do they know who we are? Where once Banuk were dragged to the rigging their chains.
The Banuk of Song's Edge.
I don't need any help.
We deserve a painter, unlike any other.
Silence, Violet.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Laolai, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the Old Ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
So Deep Din is a place, and a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the Old Ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Carja. I'm the drummer now. But our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it. Or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent? Some don't care for the sound of the din. Well, I bet they're happy now.
I need to get going.
Yes, yes. No more music. Blood's out of that.
Outlander. I knew it outside
Trust the shamans. Blue light will show us the way to the temple days, Bankai.
When the Old Ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banuk-Hai and Hawerak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banuk-Hai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered. Inside, Banuk-Hai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. "You bid me come," she said. "My people need aid. Will you provide it?" The machines whispered to Banuk-Hai. "We go where the light goes, for we are its chosen vessels. There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long. Carry it to your people if you must, but the cost will be great." Banuk-Hai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes and struck Banuk-Hai, piercing her skin, filling her up. Banuk-Hai did not scream, though she was in agony. Banuk-Hai did not collapse, though her limbs shook. She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home, and the machines marched behind her. As she walked, the light struggled to push its way out of her, but the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within. When she arrived, the forces of the Ravenous tribe had surrounded the camp. Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Bannukai charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed. The Ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and from them fashioned weapons. And it was with these that Bannukai's people repaid the suffering the Ravenous tribe had wrought upon them. When quiet descended, Bannukai finally fell. The machines bowed their heads, and her Werak wept. The light she'd held within her drifted from her wounds and rose to the sky, and for just a moment, before life left her, Bannukai knew the truth of the blue light, and she felt peace. We remember Bannukai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, who brought the machines to us. When we speak the name of our tribe, we remember her. And we will not forget.
Our struggles don't concern you, Outlander.
We remember, Bannukai, when the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small. It was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the Ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Bannukai and her Werak fled, the Ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Bannukai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered. Inside, Bannukai discovered the blue light.
Bandits cower at Stone Yield because they are too afraid to face the Banuk directly.
You've chosen a dangerous land to visit, Outlander. But I admire your courage.
Quite a view you've got up here. It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever-changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew, but a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments. Like none have seen.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Ban-Ur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
Have you always been...
I've always... Up there, as a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiar. All of us but...
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know what they mean? That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
Do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward. But I'd reward you as well.
When the old one see her painting from anywhere in Song's Edge.
She's so clever. Why can't she just...
Perfect wearer. Any one of the hunters would be suited to be chief.
I've got to find Araya. And to do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
Outlander, wait a moment. That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
Remember what I said, but tell no one.
blue cloth. My hands will be stained for weeks.
These colors never end up as vibrant as I'd like.
The longer you scrub, the darker the colors end up being.
No space.
No matter how dark our days become, the hunt remains a comfort.
Look out below!
Newcomers often remark upon the tall man trapped in the frost figures. It's been there for...
Any news from the hunt?
The herd isn't roaming far from the camp.
Keep them together this time.
Then we wait. But I bet we'll see a stray.
All right, I'll keep watch tonight.
Outlanders. Carja Outlanders.
The Othram have gone too far this time. Dervahl should die for his
I
crimes.
met a Nora when I was a child. All I remember now is how
My
I
mother
ate
told
her
me to steer
bones.
clear of Outlanders. But you seem friendly enough.
I've got a lot on my mind, sorry.
May the sun grant you a portion of its wisdom, young huntress.
What brings you Carja so far from your home?
There's good machine hunting in the cut. Danger, too. Some have a taste for both, and they pay people like me well to guide them. We've had a bad run this time, even after I brought this priest along to read the signs.
I did say the sun's light was cast quite red the night of the...
Not your concern, though, Huntress. May your arrows find their mark. You're a long way from home, too. Watch your back out there.
dock my wages. Again. It's safe to sit here, but get into the Outlands and the machine will get you.